This is only Instagram, yeah.
And make sure your page isn't private.
Yeah.
Don't have a private page. Make sure it's public.
I have a question, and then maybe you can expand on this a little bit. We kind of talked about this when we recorded our conversation. But when you're creating those stories, right, and when you're just getting started out, did you actually get the interaction that you wanted?
No, not at all.
How did you go about that?
Tell them the secret.
All right, so here's the secret. I have my business page, my new Builds For You page. I would ask questions and get nothing. So then I had an idea. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to go on my personal page, and I'm going to ask myself a bunch of questions. And then I ask myself a bunch of questions. No one can see who asks you the question. And I'd go in and start answering. And that was it. Hey, where's new builds for this price? Oh, you got options here. That's it.
Ask yourself the question from your personal
From my personal page. Then I went back to my business page and answered all the questions. I was talking to myself for a very long time, guys.
Because of the algorithm.
Yeah, and I didn't have a lot of followers. Yeah, so I started the new build page from scratch. And yeah, started from zero. And it was just posting consistency. And now I don't have to ask myself questions, so it's kind of nice.
How did you record videos and post it at the beginning?
In the beginning, we didn't have a deal for 9 months from the new build page?
Yeah, it was like 9 months.
I was touring 5 to 7 communities a week. I was out everywhere. I was in Banning, I was in Victorville, I was in Temecula, I was everywhere. I was just learning the inventory, learning everything. So when I'd hop on the phone call with somebody, I could tell you the incentives, I could tell you the sales agent's name, I could tell you what was quick moving, I could tell you everything about the community. Yeah, just becoming the expert.
Do you need new build permission?
Yeah, you just go in and ask them, like, hey, I'm going to film, post on social media. They're always cool with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll say this when it comes to just starting out, is you have to put it out there that you're that person, whatever it may be. And then you got to make other people believe that you're that person, right? And it comes off with confidence and everything. And then you actually got to become that person, right? And then once you're that person, it just makes everything so much easier.
Yeah.
So.
Can I kind of add on that real quick?
Yeah.
So to kind of answer your question about like how are you going to grow followers, right? So I think, you know, we can always share pretty much, hey, make this kind of video, use this kind of text, right? But that's like the technique. I think what also goes into it is the mindset and the attitude behind it, right? Because the biggest thing stopping people from posting on social media is their own self-doubt and their fear of criticism. So they want to post something that is immediately going to blow up, and they're constantly comparing it to other people's videos who've been doing it for a long time. So I think what you have to get really clear on is, like Rob said, you have to be convinced on yourself. You have to go, I make the most fire content, and you gotta like believe it. You gotta like feel it, right? And then you have to put out so much content that you have enough of a sample size to see what's good, what's hitting, and what's not. And then focus on more of what's working, and just keep pumping that out. When I realized that me doing videos in front of a swimming pool was good, every house that had a swimming pool, I was going to. Right? When I realized that putting Dream Home on my video, make things pop off, that's what I'm gonna do, right? But the biggest thing is just getting out of your own way and not comparing yourself to others, and looking at the work that you're putting out and really being, really looking at it and being like, I'm trying to not use like cuss words, but like I really messed with this video. You know, I like this video a lot, you know, because more than anything else in the content, people are going to be responding to your own self-belief in the video, right? And another thing too is you can post house tours. I did a bunch of house tours, but I wasn't getting any business because my page just looked like Zillow. And all I got was a bunch of people watching my page but not doing nothing. So then the second part of that is that you're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to say, hey, I'm Reyes, I'm the realtor, I'm the go-to person. I'm Jeff, I'm the new builds king. When you think of new construction, you got to come to me. Hey, I'm the relocation expert, I'm Robert Cedeno, we're the Cedeno Realty team, you want to come work with us. That's gonna be way more powerful for you in growing your page than trying to find like the best video or like the best techniques. Because at the end of the day, people are gonna do business with you because they like you for who you are. And I think one of the biggest things is that everybody wants to please everybody. And you have to get to a point where you're okay with people not liking you, because you know that there's gonna be other people that do like you, and that's who you make the content for. Right, so that's what I was trying to say.
That's good. Great.
Just give him the mic.
Yeah. We should have just had Reyes do this. All right. So another big thing that we do is we make it really clear on what we want the consumer to do. So we're not just posting videos and saying, and then just thinking, hoping people are going to reach out to us. Yeah. We're super clear on what we want them to do. DM us, right? DM us a certain word. DM us, house, right? Click the link in our bio to book a 15-minute call. There's always going to be a call to action on our page. So we have a template, right? When I post a walkthrough video, it's going to be city, it's going to be text this code to this number, they'll get that information. Click the link in our bio to book a 15-minute call, and then it's the information of the home. Because I want them to take action when they're on our page. So I've seen some great pages out there, and they have great videos, and they're getting 30, 40, 50,000 views, but you go to their bio, and they're like, nice ranch home, this is cool, right? And it's like, no, what do you want the consumer to do when they're on your page?
Yeah.
Do you have like a template that it goes to, or you make them fill out?
It depends, right? So we get leads 4 different ways. We get leads, our best leads are DMs, right? We don't mess with people in the DMs. We go from DM to CRM all the time. And then we have texting. Oh, that was the next one. I jumped the gun. Yeah, so DMs, we don't mess with people in the DMs. Yeah. We don't. We want to go back and forth about the sweet spots around 4 messages, right? Hey, are you looking to buy in this area? And every time that we respond with DM, we respond with a question, right? So we don't ever let people off the hook, right? Here's the information. They're going to go, they're going to take it, and they might go to that house and do what they do, right? So when I'm asking a question is, here's the information. Are you looking for a home like this, right? Oh, yeah, no, that's way out of our price range. Gotcha. What price range are you looking at? We're looking more like around 650. I was like, okay, this home's 1.2 million. Okay, perfect. Let's have a chat. Let's jump on a call. It'll take about 10, 15 minutes. What's a good number to call and what time? That's it.
So you kind of pre-qualify them at that point.
No, I'm trying to get them on the phone.
Yeah.
Remember, for
When
us.
you get them on the phone, that's when you kind
Correct.
of
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
qualification of
Correct.
solid buyer or seller
Correct.
or whatever they are.
Yeah.
The gold here, the gold and the goal is to get numbers. Because I can continue to market to these people over and over and over. They're either going to buy or they're going to die. So that's what we believe. So go ahead, Justin. What's after this? That's it. Yeah. No, so yeah, you guys know what to do, right? You guys get the leads in. Hopefully you guys have the skills. So one thing that separated us from doing 32 transactions to 103 in just 12 months is our skills, right? We got better. We practice every Tuesday and Thursday on how to talk to leads from social media. That's what we do. That's what we practice. So if we jump on a call, me and Reyes are going to jump on. Hey, give me your intro. If I go around right now and we got some team members, they can all read off the intro to our script without even thinking about it, right? And they got it down. And we got it. And then, okay, once we get to them to set an appointment, now we got to go for the close. People want to be closed, right? If they ever told you, like, if anybody has ever told you that people don't want to be closed, they're lying to you, right? Have you guys ever heard what do you guys think about this? Right? And then you're like, I don't know, what do you think? I think you liked it, right? It's like, no, this is the right home for you, right? I brought you here for a reason. I brought you out here. I spent time away from my kids and family. You're going to buy this home, not because I want you to buy this home, because this is the best decision for you. And that's why you reached out to me. So I think that's it, Justin. Man, Justin, great presentation, brother. Yeah, there you go.
Well, we're going to take this time to open to a Q&A, and I'll kind of lead it off, if that's all right with you, gentlemen. What I heard as you were describing your processes and the video content and how you're doing it is you have a particular consumer in mind. How did you determine who that consumer was and who it is that you wanted to market to, and really, if you can expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, so we sat down and it's like, okay, who do we want to serve, right? And that's, if you guys haven't done that in your business, you guys are truly missing out. Yeah. And we do this in our mastermind that we have with our higher level people who are doing well on social media. We really break down, who are you going to serve? So Reyes, Reyes and I, we don't post videos on our personal pages, anything under $1 million, right? Now, Reyes has had a lot of good luck of closing people over $1 million, and that's what he does. His average price point is like, I think like $925, right? And that's because that's what he pushes. He still is going to get, like, he just closed a nice $175,000 mobile home. So he'll still take them, but he's got it really clear on what he's pushing now on social media. So it's as easy as, hey, I'm going to sit down with, my spouse. I'm going to sit down with somebody in the office and like, okay, who are these people? How much income are they making? So for us, it's $150,000 to about $250,000. That's who we want to serve. We never post about first-time homebuyer assistant programs. Why? Because those are the clients that we do not want to serve. We're clear about that. So when that cow halfa, dream for all that, you wouldn't see us posting about it. Why? Because that's not who we serve. And so that exercise is going to save you a lot of time. And then what you do is you go find somebody who's already doing videos to those people you want to serve, and then you R&D, right? Rip off and duplicate. So
Yeah.
I feel like you have something to say.
No, same question?
Yeah, please.
Well, I mean, I think it's the same thing like Robert said, is you have to get really clear on who you want to serve, right? Create content for that person. And then also, do a deeper dive, and the best way to kind of figure out is look at your past clients. I didn't realize this, but most of my past clients were military or police officers. And then when we did a deeper dive with Robert, I was like, oh, cool, okay, well, that's kind of like, maybe the market that I'm going to target. So I think a big part of it is just getting clear on who you want to serve, creating content for them. And if you don't know, just try stuff. Try different things out. Maybe you want to try higher price points. Maybe you want to try new construction. Maybe you want to try investments. Whatever it is, see what it is that is going to stick for you. And then once you find that, like, just hit the ground running with it and just keep posting and posting and posting. Because like we say, it's a 24-hour advertisement when you post something on Instagram or TikTok. Somebody could be watching at 2 a.m. and that's when they're going to hit you up, right? Or it could be a video that you made 6 months ago and they're scrolling through your page and that's the one that they connect with you on, right? So just get real clear on who you want to serve and then just start pouring out content like crazy and don't stop.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any questions from the audience? Don't all raise your hand at once.
It's okay.
You guys did an amazing job.
Man, yeah.
They know everything.
Justin's presentation did it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you, Justin. Very good.
Yeah.
Jeff, would you mind expanding on how you managed to determine which new builders you were going to work with, and what's the key ingredients that you're looking for when you prepare to embark on the journey of kind of like sending out that information to your followers? Or
Yeah. So I only work with new builders who pay me. You won't see me post any Lennar. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not going to guess and pick and choose what house I get 1% on. I'm not going to post it. I like Pulte. Justin loves Pulte because they pay 3%, right? I love communities that pay me more.
I'm sorry, they pay what?
3%, right? So as far as like putting out the information, we opened, I'll give you an example. We opened a ton of Pulte deals over what, like a month?
Yep.
2 months. And it was because I only posted Pulte houses.
Yep.
I posted nothing else. It was me talking in front of a Pulte house. It was Pulte house in Lake Elsinore and Riverside, wherever it was. That's all I posted. So of course, gravitated in people who wanted to buy those homes. And that's kind of how we structure our business, right? It kind of like going back to the avatar, who you want to serve. I put a video out to nurses because I know they make a lot of money. I know they could buy a home. That's what I like. And they have programs for them. So my video was simple. Hey, if you're a nurse looking to buy a new home, there's programs for you. DM me. That was it.
Do you use hashtags?
I don't.
You guys don't use hashtags?
It's in my template, so there will be hashtags in there, but I don't think they make a difference.
Really?
Can you expand on that? What's the template? What do you mean?
Yeah, so everyone has a different one. We created a template. I think Robert touched on it, where it's like your city, then your call to action, then house information, and then you could like break down if it's marketed by you for compliance reasons and all that kind of stuff. And I just copy paste that template. So on that template, there's certain hashtags already there.
Okay.
I just don't change them, kind of lazy. But the biggest thing is going to be using keywords in your description. Yeah, so that's what I do, right? So my nurse video, it was like, if you're a nurse looking for a new home, it's pretty clear, right? I'm targeting a nurse looking for a new home. And in the description, Instagram will pick up the keywords.
You put keywords that would attract certain people to your...
Yeah, yeah. And then of course I put the house description, like the information of the house, but you're still gonna get people asking what the price is.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter if you put it 30 times. But yeah, so get real clear about your description. Really clear about who you're targeting and what you're targeting in that.
Like you're talking to AI.
Yeah. You want to talk directly to that person, right? Hey, do you have a starter home you're looking to sell to upgrade into a brand new home? You're talking directly to that person.
To your avatar.
To your avatar, yeah.
So did anyone have any questions? Oh, there we go.
When you guys post to social media, do you guys use that same video for other platforms, or do you guys use different platforms for different things?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, we use the same video across, Instagram, TikTok, what else? YouTube, Facebook. Yeah. So we edit out of the actual app. Just don't, if you're going to repurpose it, don't post it with the watermarks.
Yeah.
It doesn't do you any justice.
Watermark.
TikTok watermark, Instagram watermark. Yeah.
What apps do you use to edit?
Oh, good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. We all use different apps. Robert, I like CapCut. What do you like?
If you guys don't want to make it complicated, use Instagram, right? It's the easiest thing to use. You go on there, it'll edit the video for you. If you do short clips, you click, pick a song, and it's going to separate it for you. That's the easiest thing to do. Get out of your own way, make it easy for you. And then if you want to get a little bit fancier with your edits, I would use CapCut. It's just the easiest thing to do. And if you guys really want to learn how to edit and how to do videos, we have something for you guys at the end that we have you guys can pick up. It literally break down from A to Z how to do videos. So make it easier for you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm a new agent and I'm just getting started. What's the number one thing I can do? I mean, obviously I'm going to create content, right? But what's the number one thing I can do to get out there? Should I focus on resale homes? Should I focus on new builds? What's the easiest way to get content?
Personally, if you're a brand new agent and you're looking to get out there, I would try to book as many open houses as I can, different open houses, and then I would record every single one and put it on my Instagram. Because you're already marketing that home with an open house. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get permission, right? Do open houses. When I first started, I always make this joke is I would drive Lyft a couple times a week, right? And then right before I got to my open houses, I would take the Lyft sticker off. Or I got to the office or with clients, I would take it off and I would go do open houses, right? And I would do open houses from Wednesday to Sunday. All that stuff still works, guys, right? It works if you work. So do the open houses, record the videos, and now you're not only sitting at an open house, you're developing the skills, but you're also creating content on top of that. And I mean, right, on a Wednesday, Thursday, not many people are going to come in, right? That's your chance to create more content, create video, and then work on your skills. Right? So if you're a brand new agent, I know it sounds crazy, but if nobody was walking into an open house, I did it over and over and over. I would walk up, pretend somebody was coming in, I would shake their hand, and I would go over my script, right? So just because we have this pretty thing of social media and it sounds great, we always go back to the fundamentals, which know your script, right? And practice on your skills. Because at the end of the day, with social media and all that, and something that we learn, skills still pay the bills.
I found your page, I found your page. How about the young man there?
Mr. Real Estate, he has more followers than all of us.
Yeah.
Mr. Real
He
Estate?
has
Yes, sir.
77K.
Yeah, he's killing it.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm an experienced agent now, right? You're speaking to the experienced agent who's developed years of career, and I want to grow my followers. Let's say I'm at around 5,000, and I want to grow greater reach. What's the thing I need to do? What's the thing I need to do to hone?
That's a good question. For me, it's consistency, right? We post 5 to 7 videos a day.
A day?
Yeah, just about 5 to 7 videos a day, and we're consistently in your face. You're gonna go through there and you're gonna see us somewhere, right? So stay consistent, just keep pumping out video, keep pumping out stories. And it's like everything, right? If you want success, you have to be consistent at what you do. It's the same exact thing with social media.
And then, then those 5 to 7 videos a day that you post, that's content that was created prior.
Correct. Yeah.
You're not out touring open houses and new construction every day of the week.
No.
Making 5 videos.
Yeah, don't let that be an excuse to get to work, right? Like you're not at work.
And is there any personal, like your personal life inside of your new build content page?
Not too much on the new build. That's more like business only.
Okay.
You'll see stories, and I kind of sprinkle it in, right? I'll be answering a question, and I'm at my son's soccer practice. I'll be answering questions at a soccer game. So it's kind of sprinkled in there, but I don't put anything in my personal life in the new build page. It's all business.
And then I kind of want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what? Oh, I'm sorry. You had a question?
Out of those 5 to 7 videos, is it all reels, or is it plus stories as well, or is it 5 to 7 reels a day?
That's 5 to 7 reels a day. Yeah. Stories anywhere from like 3 to 7, 3 to 10ish.
And guys, I know that could be daunting, right? Like 5 to 7 posts a day, that's insane. You don't need to start with that, right? Start with 3 a week, right? Shared in the room before. And then for 2 weeks, go 3 a week. And then the next 2 weeks, go 5 a week. And then 30 days, go for 1 a day. And then you adapt. And for us, it was like, I looked at ESPN and I was like, how does ESPN post 17 times today? Like, that is insane, right? And I was like, okay, well, I want to be the ESPN of real estate. And I want to just throw up a bunch of videos and see what hits. And if it doesn't, who cares? I'm just going to throw another video up.
And then this is a little bit different, but I noticed that the vibe in real estate for a lot of people is very down right now. People are feeling very down and out. So when it comes to these videos, you have to get excited about it. You have to realize that one of these videos could bring you 10, 20, 30, $40,000. Right? So when you're out there, the same way when you're making calls, right, and the calls aren't going your way, you have to tell yourself, this next call could be this one, this next call could be this one, this next open house could open up the doors for me that I'm looking for. So when you're making content, you also have to keep in mind like why you're doing it, right? We're not doing it for likes and shares and clout. That's not why we're doing it. We're doing it to provide value, and even more importantly, we're doing it because we're doing this like a business. We're here to make money. Right? We're not doing this just to try to be cool on Instagram. So you could post a video today, you could get a text tomorrow, you could show them a house this weekend, and in 30 days you can be collecting a check. Right? So remember that when it comes to posting content is that don't get caught up on how to make the perfect video, which community to go to, how to go about this, how to go about that. Remember, we're doing this to make money. And this is one of the best ways to make money in real estate today, where you don't have to go door knocking, you don't have to call people that have never heard of you before, right? You build a brand online, you provide value to them, you get them to reach out to you, you hop on a call with them, you qualify them, and you close the deal with them, and you get paid.
There you go. There you go. Fire. Y'all ready to go? All right. So we talked a little bit earlier about content days and how, and Don, thank you for that question earlier. But you're not recording every single day, right? You're putting things on the calendar. Can you kind of explain that process and how you do that? So you protect the time around lead generation and follow up?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we'll set up content days with our team, and it's gotten to the point now too where our team, some of the agents just go off together, and they go shoot content together. They go to a few different houses, do their thing. But it's basically a day where the entire team gets together. We all go out to a new community and we just film, and we hit all the houses in the community. We usually try to pick something with like 3 or 4 in a master plan community so we can get a bunch of content. But yeah, and then we just film. We film each other. We help each other film. We do YouTubes. One house, we can get a ton of content. We could probably get 15, 20 pieces of content from one home. So that's the day we go out. We could do everything. I mean, you could go out there and do it yourself and you have a month's worth of content.
You said one day you can have a month's worth of content.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Even on the resale side.
If I'm having issues trying to like overcome this idea, well, and Robert, you gave us a great plan, right? It's not 5 to 7 today. Don't you know what I mean? Yeah. It's Rome wasn't built in a day, and nothing is eaten one bite at a time, whatever those sayings are. But what do you do, or can you give me an example, Reyes? I think maybe you can expand on this. What's your idea when you go to a resale, for instance, right, or a home that's for sale, maybe one of your listings? How are you going into it and having the goal of getting 8 to 15 pieces of content out of it? Could you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so when I'm going to a house, in my mind, because of the content that we've been able to create, I already know what I'm going to do. So first off, I'm going to go there and I'm going to get a house tour, right? That's going to be showing the entire house, bedrooms, bathrooms. And also when you're doing those, don't worry about trying to run through the house in 60 seconds and get everything. Like, if you got to leave a bedroom and a bathroom out of the tour, like, that's okay. You want the video to come out nice. Get the home tour. The second kind of film you want to get is going to be highlights. So get the main points of the home. The front yard, the backyard, the master bedroom, master bathroom, kitchen, living room area. That's going to be like under 15 seconds. And right now, the best videos are going to be videos that are anywhere from like less than 30 seconds. 15 seconds even better. If you get it under 10 seconds, you're going to crush it, right? The next thing that I would do off of that is I would get a video of me talking either in front of the house, in the back of the house, talking about the description of the home. hey, today we're out here in Rancho Cucamonga, this home's gonna be 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2,000 square feet, blah, 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 whatever. That's another type of video. Another one that you can do is, these guys kill it. If you have a drone, get drone shots of it, right? Another one is me talking in front of the house, let's come check it out. Boom, that's another one you show the house. Then you also have like Instagram stories, right? So now you're in the house and you're talking, hey guys, today we're out here at this property. So, I mean, one thing too is like, this might sound kind of cheesy, but they say the path illuminates as you walk it, right? And most people, they want everything laid out to them in front. Just start making content and your creativity is gonna come out and you're gonna come up with something. You don't have to do the same exact things that we do, right? But as you start to create content, you're gonna come up with ideas. You could do a video of a house and not even show yourself and you just talk over it. That's another type of video, right? So if you're somebody who maybe like, oh, I don't want to be on camera, like there's so many ways to get content. So by the time you're done with one house, you easily have 15, 20 pieces and you can repurpose those Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and you just have content for days. So main thing is just get started and don't worry about having it all figured out. And when you get there, let your creative juices flow and you'll come up with your own style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So since you predominantly do $1 million homes and you have a sprinkle of like, 350 in there, so how would you put that content in there? How do you market it?
You really don't.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, it's on the military base.
For sure. So I kind of don't. Now, if somebody reaches out to me and they're like, hey Reyes, can you film my listing and like I have a relationship with them, I'm gonna do it. But for the most part, I'm just kind of targeting homes that are gonna be over $1 million, homes that are gonna have that type of clientele that I'm looking for. But to answer your question, if it's a really beautiful home and it's 500,000-600,000, if it has potential, I'm gonna post it. I just, now that I've been able to build a little bit more of a brand, I just focus more on that higher end, but I'll still post it. Don't get me wrong, I'll still do it.
Yeah. That's keeping the consumer in mind, right? That's keeping your ideal client in mind.
Yeah.
And I know you kind of mentioned it, you guys, all three of you talked about it, but we're thinking of who they are, where they come from, what their background is. Can you guys kind of just expand a little bit more on that? How do you identify or really determine who is your ideal client that you're making content for?
I want to work with people who want to work with me. So it's based off the people we've already helped. And then from there, it's like, who do I want to be, right? Like for me, I don't want to help anybody that's under $1 million anymore. I don't want to be out there. I'm not showing homes too much. The team's out there a lot, which is great. We've been able to leverage kind of that time. So it's like, hey, if I'm going to take it away from my family on the weekends, these are the people we want to serve. So that goes into it, at least for me.
Yeah. Yeah, so for us it's a little different, right? Because we feed a whole team.
Yeah.
So we're bringing in leads from everywhere, but I kind of pick and choose the people I want to work with now. And it's like, I want to work with medical professionals. That's kind of my niche, right? I want to work with families, people who have a couple kids who are in sports, who, I mean, drive trucks, right? Like I get really deep into who I want to help. And I know, like, I like to help people in Menifee. I don't know why I love Menifee. I just like to go out there and hang out, right? So it's like I get really specific on who I want to help in what areas. Except me, dude. I don't know. So yeah, so I get really specific, and those are the people I'm helping. So if you look at all the people I'm helping now, it's all that. Families, kids in sports. It gives me something to talk about with them. You know, likes to go to concerts for fun, stuff like that, right? That's loves to eat. That's kind of who I focus on. And then again, we feed the team everybody else, and I just kind of pull those people because it's easier to have those conversations with them. You agree?
You guys answered it perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you, and Jeff, I guess this one's for you, from the new build side. How did you identify, or did you focus on building relationships with the agents that were at those new builds? And if you did, how did you do that?
Yeah, so that's super key, right? You at the end of the day, it's a partnership. If you take a client there, you're partnering with that sales agent to get the deal done. It's not, there you go, see you in 7 months when I'm going to come hand you your keys. You're there every step of the way. We set up group texts. We're working with the agent to get the deal done.
You said a group text with the agent?
With the sales agent and our client.
The sales agent.
Yeah, so all the updating's done in there. If they don't want a group text, email, like whatever it is, you still want to always have your hand in the transaction, just because that's who we are, right? I'm the new build king because I'm there with you every step of the way. I'm helping you and you run into issues, right? Hey, it's a delay, 3-month delay. Well, now what happens with my client who has to move out, right? So it's going back, batting for your client, right? But again, it's not overly pushing, because you have to know that they're a realtor too, right? They're a sales agent. They're tied down by the builder on what they can and can't do. So it's respecting them as well. And that's how you really do build a lot of deep relationships with the sales agents, and taking them buyers. At the end of the day, they want to close deals just like we do. So take them qualified buyers and show them you're not joking around. Show them you have the best leads to work for. And there's been times where we'll go into a community and a sales agent will see us and be like, 1 minute, hey guys, hold on. And they'll go straight to us. They'll talk to us. They'll go give us the information. There's been times where they hand you the keys and say, go film whatever you want to film. Go do what you want to do, because they know we're going to bring them serious buyers. That's the best way to build that relationship, is value their time like you would value yours.
And that's really important. Like, the only way you're able to bring serious buyers is because when that top of the funnel, you're having that conversation, right? You're having that qualifying conversation. Can you expand a little bit on that qualifying conversation, what that looks like?
Yeah, so you guys know when you're working with new construction, they have their own lenders. And a lot of the time, you don't want to waste your lender's time by getting a pre-qualification, doing all that with your personal lender, for them to lose the deal to the builder. Because your outside lender cannot do 4.99%. They can't do a 1-0 buy down and lock you into the 3.99. They can't, right? So you got to value their time again, right? But it goes deep into almost knowing like having that loan experience, right? Knowing like when you're on the phone with your client or with the lead, how much do you make a year? Oh, you make this much. Perfect. How much debt do you have? Do you have car payments? Do you have student loans? Do you have credit cards, right? So we're in our heads already kind of pre-qualifying the buyer. And if they're a serious buyer, they make $200 a year, little debt, they can do a $6,000 payment. I'm not wasting anyone's time. I'm going straight to the community with them, because I know they're going to qualify.
I have something to share on that. So with that, we're the authority, right? When we're on this phone, when we ask for their information, we're asking for it. We're not, tiptoeing around it. Hey, do you mind giving me how much you make a year? No. Hey, how much do you make a year? Right? How much do you have for a down payment? What's your credit score?
Yeah.
Right? I need to know all this stuff, because I'm going to drive to Menifee and I'm going to take you out there. I need to know if you're qualified. And if they're not, then we can send them over to a lender if they're kind of close.
Yeah.
We have lender relationships where they're like, hey, I'll get them on the refi, whatever, right? Like, we have those type of relationships, but it all comes down to that initial call, right? How good are your skills? And then we also seen that if we do try to get them the lender every single time to qualify them, there's a huge drop off, right? From that person actually taking action on getting the stuff to the lender. And we have our systems and our campaigns that kind of show that follow, but we're going straight for the appointment, right? We're kind of like, Zillow Flex, whoever,
You can guide them and say, hey, you know what? I know you want Rancho Cucamonga, but guess what? There's no new construction in Rancho Cucamonga for $500,000, right? So let's not waste your time, right? You want to go to Riverside, like Jeff said, Menifee's just a skip down the road, right? We'll get you over to Menifee. So I think the success rate is going to be higher the more you are the expert and knowledgeable in the product that you're offering to them, which is homes, right? Versus, oh, I don't know much, but I'm going to go take you to 10 communities today, and then you're like, oh man, well, they didn't get nothing, and they're still thinking like, I think just becoming an expert in it is going to help your success rate closing them on new construction, in addition to having good relationships with the sales reps and the builders themselves.
So it sounds to me the pre-qualifying conversation you have with them, once you get their information, because I think you shared no more than 3 to 5 questions, right, in the DMs, and then you either get the number or on to the next, right?
Yeah.
And so once you get that conversation, you have that pre-qualifying conversation, then you're able to say like, hey, like, yeah, you're right, like, just like you described. Rancho's not the best fit, but, right, the hop's getting to jump away if you can afford X amount, right? What does that look like in like the resale side? Like, how does that change at all? Like, your conversation, how's that conversation change?
It changes in the sense that they're most likely not going to get builder incentives. They're not going to be able to, like, with new construction, we can get you a 4.99 interest rate. That's a huge selling point for a lot of people, right? New construction is, hey, this home that you like, they're going to have one ready in 6 months, so it gives you more time to kind of save up. So new construction has some pros and cons that maybe resale doesn't have to offer. But when it comes to resale, it's going to be the same thing, right? Justin, he helped one of his clients get into a listing, or get into escrow on the listing that I actually saw on the board up there in Montana, right? How was Justin able to do that? Same thing. Me and Justin are in and out of all of these houses all the time. So when we have a client call and they say, hey, I'm pre-approved, I'm looking at something mid-700s, I need 5 bedrooms, I need over X amount of square feet, we're not going, oh, let me check the MLS. We're going, you know what? I just saw that house on Tuesday. Let's go right now.
That's
So
why the video content is so important too.
Exactly.
It all ties in.
It all ties in because on the social media aspect of things, hey, we're making content, we're pushing it out there, but we're actually becoming the local expert because we're in and out of these houses all the time, right? So that's another thing that you guys have to kind of look at it too, is like, you know, it's one thing to try to have a presence online and be cool and stuff like that, but let's not forget, we're here to be the professional, we're here to be the expert, right? They're coming to us for guidance, otherwise they wouldn't need us, especially at a time, not to kind of veer off, but especially going into a time where we're gonna have to start earning our commission on the buyer side. Right? It's not just going to be given to us. So we really have to lead with value. We really have to be the expert, and we really have to, you know, position ourselves as the authority to help them get exactly what it is that they're looking for.
I love that. I love that very well. Now you guys all describe practice, and you had mentioned earlier about dialing in the conversations, the script. And, how often do you do that, and how do you hold each other accountable on that?
So we have team standards, right? And these team standards, they're super important because to be on our team, you have to meet them. So for us, we practice every Tuesday and Thursday, 8:30. And any of you guys can join us on those script calls because we'll separate everybody. And these script calls are specifically for people on social media, right? So we have...
Handle an incoming lead from social media.
Correct, yeah. And then it's like, now our script is based on how they came into our CRM, whether it was the DMs, it's a more laid back script, right? If it's a text code, they might not know who we are, so it's a little bit more aggressive, and same thing with website, right? And we practice it over and over and over. It's rare that we'll be doing an open house script on there because we serve people who are doing social media. But we practice every Tuesday and Thursday without fail. And the big dog in the back, Eddie, he leads those.
Live or virtual?
It's virtual, it's on our Discord. So we can give you guys a link for that Discord. It's a free community that we have. We have about 150 agents on there.
What you're saying is practice, though, is incredibly important, right?
Practice, practice, practice.
And understanding that you need to know what to say and how to say it in order for you to do what you do.
That's it, yeah, right? It's all about asking the right questions, right? So we're not in there. We're not, like, when Reyes first joined the team, I'm using an example, you know, he was closing just a couple of deals a year, right? And I would listen to this guy on the phone, and this guy would just information dump on these people. There's FHA 3.5%. What this is, you get this, you get that, and I'm like, Reyes, bro, like that's way too much. The person said they can pay $2,000 a month. Like, what are you doing? So we got in there where we're asking the right questions, right? We're providing value. We're also building rapport, and then from there, okay, where is this person going to go? If they have a $2,500 payment, hey, I'm going to leave them with some good information. Hey, this is what you need to be for credit. This is what you need to be for down payment. And if you want to be in Rancho, you know, you need to be able to afford this amount monthly, right? And then we go on to the next call. Yeah. So everyone sees all the social media stuff like we talked about. It's all pretty, but we're a team that makes phone calls.
How many phone calls do you make a day?
Our team standards are 50 a week, so it's not anything crazy. It's 50 a week, actual conversations that are longer than 2.5 minutes. And that's how we track a conversation. If the better agents on our team are doing anywhere from 75 to about 90. It's rare that we get over 100 just because they're out there so much showing and recording content too.
So time spent practicing, time spent on the phones, recording video content in bulk, right? That's what it sounds like. And being consistent with social media is key. Yeah. All of those items. Is there anything I'm missing?
Having knowledge of inventory.
Oh, yes, having knowledge of inventory. Thank you for that, because that's a really cool question. How did you determine, and I know you kind of shared that you were looking for the ones that are paying, right? But how do you stay on top of what's new, what's fresh, what's coming out? I know I get inundated with emails every single day, you know what I mean, from this community, that community. How do you stay on top of it?
Yeah, same thing. Nothing special. Sometimes a sales agent will reach out to me and say, hey, we have this, this, and this available. And I do talk to a lot of the sales managers. I do talk to a lot of the sales agents. Just conversation. I'm not asking an inventory, nothing. Just, hey, how's business? What's going on? And the information dump.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, we're struggling here. We're offering this. We have this coming up. And then all I do, like you could take content from that too. You get those emails, screenshot it, green screen. There's a brand new community in Menifee offering a 4.99 interest rate. Are you looking for that? Boom, done. That's a piece of content right there.
That's I know, I think I got Centurion or whatever the.
Century community?
Century, yeah.
4%.
Yep, I saw it this morning. Right, screenshot, post
Screenshot?
on Instagram
Yep.
with green screen and
Yeah.
highlight.
Just leave out your buyer's broker.
Yeah.
Yeah, hide that.
That's right. Oh man, that's a good. That was a golden nugget right there because
Yeah.
we can all do that right now. All right, everybody, pull out your phones. So questions, comments. Yes.
You said you have a community or a skills mastermind Tuesdays and Thursdays?
Yeah,
What times are they?
8:30. Yeah. She's asking about the community, about our script calls. So the 8:30 on Discord, you jump on the script. We're all on there. We wait about a couple minutes, and then I just start separating everybody. And then Eddie, we like to call him the closer. He leads that. So he's the big dog.
Thursdays?
Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30. Yeah. Questions, guys?
Questions? We have these gentlemen here, and we've shared a lot, and I know we've answered a lot of questions, right? But does anyone else have any comments?
Any listings? Maybe just focus on buying only?
So we are buyer heavy, but we do get listings. So I like to promote our team page as we're the relocation experts. So we'll help you get from your old crusty home to a brand new beautiful house, right? And that's what we market. But again, we got really specific on who we want to target. So we target those, and we've been able to get listings. Like people that we don't know who they are, right? They text in. I remember there's one text in. They text in. They're already working with an agent. They're early on. I ended up getting 2 listings and 3% at a Meritage community from just picking up the phone and having good skills, setting the appointment, and it all came from a video.
What a great opportunity. Thank you for that question, Loki. I mean, we know that we list to last, right?
Yeah.
But we also know we're in the Inland Empire, San Bernardino, Riverside County, are expected to increase population over 1 million people over the next 20 years. And we need to build those homes. So how are you leveraging just kind of what you described? How are you being intentional with the content you create to garner those resales, right? Garner those opportunities. And do you see any kind of gaps there? Like, are you missing out on opportunities or anything like that? And how are you handling that?
So we run multiple pages, right? So he's a new build king. He runs a new build page. Me and Justin, we run our Cedeno Realty page. So on the Cedeno Realty page, we post resale. We post literally everything on that page because we want to reach the masses. And then we've created a Inland Empire page where we're still trying to get off the ground. It has like 18,000 followers right now. And that page is just specifically resale and inland, just in the Inland Empire area.
Okay.
So we're, again, going back to ESPN, right? I figured, okay, ESPN, how are they doing so many posts? They had the WNBA, which they're shoving down our throat right now. It's great. They had NBA ESPN. They had NFL ESPN. They had all of that. So it's like, okay, well, if we can get new builds, Cedeno, Inland Empire Homes, we have Ali County Homes, which doesn't really do much for us, but that's how we're able to take advantage of it.
Gotcha. I mean, we're in a very unique market, and we have a huge influx of buyers that are coming from all over, whether it's the Valley or LA, OC, or even Northern Cal. Are you doing anything in particular when sharing your content, and how are you focusing that content on this particular community?
Honestly, it's just putting out the houses in the area. If somebody in Northern California is looking to move to Southern California and they were looking in Riverside, they're going to see our Riverside houses.
Okay.
We do have agents in other areas that we partner up with, referrals, stuff like that, and they post homes as well. So we have a lot of people who are like, hey, I saw this house in Northern California, and it's easy. We just connect them with the agent up there. So it's really simple, yeah. But it all just comes back to having a mass amount of content out there. If somebody's moving, relocating, they're going to see our videos in that area. Yeah.
All right. Did everybody get some value today?
Yes.
Yes? Our hope as an office, of course, and is just continuing to provide value to our industry as a whole. Not just the agents in the office, but everyone. We understand that, hey, it's right up there. Teamwork, together everyone achieves more. One of our founding principles and our guiding principles here. And in doing such, that's why we invited you. The Cedeno Realty team, of course, and New Builds for You, and Mr. Real Estate himself. Thank you so much for being part of our panel. I want to make sure I extend one more time. Does anyone else have anything that they'd like to add or anything like that? Question they they maybe didn't ask?
I'll say one more thing.
There we
I'm
go. All
sorry.
right.
So one, thank you guys, because obviously we're all running businesses and our time is valuable. But just to keep it very real with you guys, most of you are gonna walk away and still not post, right? Either because one, you think that you're too cool for it or you know it, or two, because you just don't believe that it's gonna work for you. Or you may try once or twice and then give up after that. But I encourage you, I promise you, I'm not somebody who has it all figured out. I've been in the business for 10 years, 8.5 of those were straight shit. They suck. I'm just keeping it real with you guys, okay? Because it's a tough business. Please, start posting. It will work wonders for your business, and it's not just about working wonders for your business, but it's about what that can do for your life. Imagine what an extra 50,000 could do for you and your family. Imagine what 2 or 3 more transactions a month could do for you and your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or just you personally, right? So really get clear on why you're in this business, and don't think, oh, this is just a bunch of fluff. Really think, this could change my life if I take it seriously. So post, I really hope you do. If you don't, that's okay. We're gonna keep doing what we're doing. We're an open book. We're here to help any way that we can, but I strongly encourage you, go out and post. There's something called the law of diminishing intent. The longer you wait to do something, the less likely you are to do it. So if you can go out today and post something, do it. If you have to wait till tomorrow, do it. But please, go out, start posting, and you'll be amazed. Not how many people you're going to help, but more importantly, how easy it's going to be for you, and it could be life-changing for you. So I encourage you to just take action right away.
Hey, Josiah. Really quick, I'm going to have Justin. Justin has something for us.
Yes.
If you guys are looking to take your social media to the next level, Justin, why don't you talk about what we have? Yeah, come on. All right, so if you guys want, this is going to be a content schedule, and if you guys want to take this is just going to be the easiest way we can give this to you guys. So if you guys want that, you guys can go to Justin, and then we have this over here if you guys want to learn how to do social media, right, from A to Z on how to do home tours, how to do the Valley videos. It's all there. So.
The QR code on the right is to our Discord community, like Robert mentioned. That's where we do our script training and everything. And then the QR code on the left is the course that that page talks about.
Perfect. Thanks, man.
Amazing. And KW does have a special discount there.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you all so much. And once again, a round of applause for the team here in town. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.